Good evening, good evening, Shabbat Shalom. It is Friday evening and Shabbat has begun. It is now time to relax, to take time for ourselves, our family, our friends, to connect with the things that really matter. Even if you don't observe Shabbat or you're not Jewish, I think that taking at least one day a week to recharge and focus on those things is very important. And so for the start of this Shabbat, I would like to do another video where we are going to be whispering our feelings into a jar and bottling them up. I don't encourage anyone to literally bottle up their feelings and not address them. I'm using this more as a visual, so when you whisper your feelings into the jar, you are acknowledging those feelings, you are getting them out, you are saying them out loud or in your head, and you are placing a name to them and making them real and acknowledging them. And then by putting them into the jar, it's not that you're going to ignore those feelings or never feel them again. It's just that you have this nice visual to look at the feelings and examine them. At least that's how I like to use this exercise, but you also are welcome to interpret it in any way that you would like. We are going to have 3 categories of feelings, and so we will have 3 different jars with different colors to represent those categories of feelings. None of these feelings should be good or bad. All feelings are valid, and so these categories are really just another way to visualize them. The first category is going to be represented by the color red. And so for this category, I am envisioning feelings of anger or jealousy or frustration. I think red is a bold color, and those feelings can be pretty intense and bold, and they're normal to have. So we are going to shake up the red, and as I'm shaking up the color, think about something this week or lately that has frustrated you or made you angry or has just really brought about some intense feelings. And so once you have those feelings in mind, I want you to whisper them into the jar. Whisper your feelings of anger, frustration, whatever they may be. And now we are going to close the lid, and we are going to shake those feelings up. And now you can see those feelings visualized in the color red. And now the next category of feelings is going to be represented by the color blue. For this category, think of feelings of sadness or disappointment, feelings of loss, loneliness. I think there can be a lot of similarities between anger and sadness, but I do think that this is its own category. And I think blue is a nice deep color to represent those deep feelings that we can get around sadness. And so once you have those feelings of sadness, disappointment, loneliness, whatever they may be, I want you to whisper them into the blue jar. Whisper the feelings of sadness into the jar. And now you can see those feelings being shaken in the jar in the blue. And now for our final category, we are going to use the color green, which is my favorite color. For this category, I want you to think about some pleasant feelings you've had this week. It can be something that you're excited about, something that you're grateful for. Maybe you received good news, or a friend or family member or loved one had something good happen to them and you're happy for them. Maybe you had a small moment of appreciation for where you are or the people you know, or something simple that happened this week. Focus on those feelings of appreciation, excitement, inner peace. And once you have them, I want you to whisper them into the jar. Whisper your feelings into the jar. And now we are going to close up that jar, and we are going to shake it and look at the green as a visual for those feelings that you've just shared. And so now you have all of your feelings in these jars that you can look at to visualize. We have red, the boldness of anger and frustration. And blue for the depth of feelings that we can have when we are sad or lonely. And serene green for the calmness and serenity that we can feel when we are at peace or we are happy and excited. These are the colors that I've chosen to represent these categories, but these feelings and this exercise can mean whatever it means for you. If you just wanted a visual for ASMR purposes and sounds, that's fine too. And so now we are ending this with a match that I have lit. I am waving the flame around you to help you feel warm, to feel reinvigorated, to feel comforted for this night of relaxation. I want to thank you very much for joining me tonight. whether you use this exercise the way that I intended or you just watched it to relax, I hope that you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, please comment, and thank you again for joining me. Toda Rabah, Laila Tov.